What's going on, people? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in to Spirits, Biker Shit, and Nonsense. I am JT Triplet. I'm here with my very good friend and brother, Frank, the motherfucking tank. What's going on, bro?
What's happening? Great to be here, man.
How you doing, bro?
Oh, loving life, bro. Loving life.
Good shit,
And
dude.
we have a very special guest today in the studio.
We do.
Yes, we
fucking,
do.
Topper House.
The man.
What's going on with Slick Devil?
Awesome. Nothing. Just doing the same, man. Great to be here. Stoked to be here right now. Get
Nice.
our little bit of recognition for the local product out here.
Absolutely. I'll tell
Nice.
you a little bit of a background. I've known Topper for about 10 years now. And we met way back in the day, started hanging out, and he was telling me about his product. I started using Slick Devil back then, bro, and the shit's amazing. And I told you,
Yes.
I used your bathroom
You
a
did.
few episodes back, right?
You
and
did.
I walk in and I saw all this fucking beard product. And I've never seen so much damn product in somebody's fucking bathroom in my life. And I'm sitting there taking a leak and I'm like, you know what? I know what we're going to do. I'm going to call my buddy Topper and we're going to talk about his shit because
Yeah.
you got the wrong
Yeah.
shit in your bathroom.
He legit
So-
did that like while we were doing
That's
the episode.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
amazing how much product one man can
I'm
accumulate.
telling
Right?
you.
Hey, you can never have enough, dude.
It's like the
You know
hidden
what I'm saying?
cabinet.
Yeah,
That's
totally,
exactly
totally.
right.
Hey, I want to keep saying copper.
Call me whatever you
No,
like.
Topper. Topper, we have kind of a little thing that we do before we start our show. We like to try a different spirit, and we like to give a shout out to our servicemen and women. So today, what are we
Today, we're
doing,
gonna-
Tank?
We're going to drink some tequila. So this is...
Oh, this is by the way
yeah.
from our buddy Jose from
Agave Baby. Pepe Jimenez.
last week.
So he left some samples here. This is Código Tequila from Amatitlan, Jalisco. And this is considered still strength. It's about 45%
Ooh, nice.
as far as alcohol goes. So it's no joke. So we're going to pour this out right here. I don't know the specifics because he's not here to tell us exactly what we got going on. we have
For
enough
those of
for-
you in the camera there, you see Slick Devil product. We're going to talk about that here shortly, but right now we're going to drink.
So we always do a toast to our men and women out there serving our country in the military, whooping it on, protecting our freedoms, and making it possible for us to do these things that we
Hoorah.
love out here. Hoorah.
Cheers.
Marine, Semper Fi, and cheers.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.
Woo.
That's so good, dude.
That's no joke.
It's like smooth.
That's nice.
See, this is actually he left over some samples for us, and we actually didn't have that one.
No, we
So-
didn't try this one before, so this is
It's kind of
This
got a
is
little.
really good.
It's got a little burn,
And where are they based?
afterburn.
so this is out of Jalisco. Código out of Amatitlan, Jalisco. So Mexico. And if you watch that episode, we're gonna drop it in a few days. And we actually broke it up into 2 episodes because it got pretty long. So we have 2 episodes where we're talking about it, and he breaks it down, the type of agave plants, how it was harvested, how it was made, and he goes into detail. So we actually learned a lot about tequilas on that show,
Totally.
and we drank a lot on that show.
Did
So-
you were you able
bro.
to retain it?
Bro, he brought samples lined up across the table. So he's like, try this, try this. By the time the show was over, man, we were feeling good.
I bet.
Good times.
I just
So-
had to work on that a little bit. Hold on a second.
Not a problem. Handle your business.
Hey, got to make sure I got you in the picture there, Tank.
Looking good, looking
Hold
sharp.
on. Oh, I gotta do it unprofessional, but that's gotta make sure we got it all.
There you go.
Too
like
much
it.
white
I like
door
it.
in there. So,
So,
anyways, let's get back to.
the man,
Topper.
the myth, the legend, the CEO.
I wanna
of
know
Slick
about
Devil
you, bro.
Pomade.
I want to know about you, dog.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, where are you out of?
We're based out of Beaumont, California.
Oh, right down the street.
Pretty much I grew up here. Moved back here. I moved away after school. My hair career was out in the desert, and later down the line, it was back and forth between the desert where I had a salon, and then also in Puerto Rico.
Oh, so you're a barber too?
Yeah,
Are you-
barber, Cosmo. both.
Really?
So
Hey-
corrective color, hair color, highlights.
No shit.
In between or certain days a week, I only take guys that.
This might be a gay question, but fuck it, I'm gonna ask it anyways. Do you use the straight razor and big heads?
Not for head shaves or anything.
Okay.
I try to avoid it. Just
For nicking purposes.
For nicks.
yeah, there goes down a rabbit hole of a conversation
Gotcha.
in the demographic and the area that it worked.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I feel you. I understand.
Neck shaves, no problem.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I did.
Good to know. You know, I'm a bald guy, so I like to who does what.
But you got to
So-
understand, man. Topper is a big dog when it comes to that stuff. As far as like
Yeah.
barber and the salon world and freaking hair world and product, he's no joke, man. This dude is known everywhere.
Nice.
It was a good run. I had a lot of fun with it.
yeah.
good, dude.
You know, that's ultimately what got me into product development, I guess. Creating a better product or the drive to create a better product than what was available. And having other manufacturers bounce new products coming out of the market by me to see my feedback.
Mm.
And ultimately, why am I doing that for these guys? Just,
You want to do it for yourself.
yeah.
So let me
see the
ask
need for a
you.
better product.
So you kind of you were a barber doing your thing. I know you guys have to buy your own products and stuff too
Yeah.
when you're doing that, right? So
Yeah, that's a funny thing. So that's old school shit right there.
yeah,
So we're talking 90s. I started doing this in like 96.
okay,
Now it seems to be a different thing. Almost every kid out there with social media and stuff like this, it's like they think the stuff's made for free.
I know.
And they, yo, bro, you gonna sponsor me? Like
The
what does
new
that mean?
age,
Like,
the
can
new
you send me
age.
a brick of shit for free? Like, it's not made for free, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Right.
you get that conversation, but it seems like a common thing. I don't know if they're teaching this shit in the barber school or what.
Yeah,
now.
dude. No, you know what? You're getting on to that whole well, it's not entitlement, but they're like, oh, I'm gonna be an influencer and I'm gonna make,
this-
I have, 1 million followers, and so if I use your product and all that, then that's gonna direct traffic to your website, and they're like, none of this shit's proven, dude. It's just like
It's horseshit.
trying to get a bunch of free shit for
There's nothing free,
doing
man.
nothing.
No.
Yeah.
No, I believe if you put out a quality product, obviously it does help getting it in the right hands. But if you put out a quality product, you believe in your product, the product does what it says it's going to do, it'll
Yeah.
ultimately market itself because the proof's in the pudding.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm a hardcore patriot, dude. So like, I love buying American. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
buying from small mom and pop
Mom and pop,
businesses
yeah.
because you're supporting the cause. I mean, I'd much rather go that route than outside of the United States. It's like, come on, let's keep things in here. So the fact that you live in Belmont, bro, I'm freaking
Bizarre,
way
right?
stoked, dude, right now.
It's you'd be amazed how many products. So if you dig into this, it's like 30 different rabbit holes of. There's a lot of products out there that appear to be a small brand, like, oh, we're like the middle class. We make this, blood, sweat, and tears. It's handmade, blah 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 blah, and it's actually imported from China.
Got it.
Or it's taken over by.
That's lame.
I don't know if I could say the big brand names, but they go around and snap these guys up for like 120% valuation.
Gotcha.
And then keep them on for like a residual.
Yeah.
No.
But that's not.
But they want to appear like the small brand, and that's the push because all the younger generations want to support that, and they
Right.
see that's what they're investing into is all these little brands.
Yeah.
They're a
But you're actually doing it. You're living the
We own
you're
it,
the
yeah.
real thing. The real
yeah,
deal.
absolute 100%.
Yeah.
I would close this before sell it.
Perfect.
You know
I
what I
love
mean?
that, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
you keep the integrity of the brand. Like we made
Absolutely.
it for a purpose. It's something I can use. My biggest pet peeve, I guess, was in the hair pomade, gel, whatever market you want to call it back then, is nothing would hold my hair back without breaking the seal, doing 120 miles an hour
Uh-huh.
all the way from here to Palm Springs in 110-degree heat. You know what I mean? Without getting chicken
Right.
feathers going. So I set out to develop the formula that would do that without flakes and without stuff like this, and then I could also use it for non-reflective purposes, for photo shoots, for anything like this, for editorial work if need be, whatever.
Gotcha. So there was a whole lot of science that went into this.
There was a lot of R&D. Yeah, it was about a 2-year process from start to finish.
Really?
So yeah, I didn't feel comfortable letting it like really hit the market. Besides a couple close people at the time, because I knew it was a good thing. And when you put a good thing out, you're creating a market. People
Absolutely.
recognize it, and they can always beat
Quality.
You. They can beat
Quality
you to
over
it
quantity.
in mass, right?
Yeah.
So secret, it was
Yeah.
like secretive. But after our trademark was in place, then I felt comfortable putting it out.
Speaking of trademark, I got to ask you. So, how'd you come up with the name?
You know what? There's something, believe it or not, my grandma used to refer to me as many different things, but I thought I was getting away with something. Like, oh, you think you're a slick devil, right? I don't know why, it just stuck in my head. And when I was coming up for different names, we were torn. Like, I had a couple different names that were leaning like, and they really didn't fit. Like this Hula Girl pomade was an idea, like ocean color,
Well, and that's so played out
different
too.
vibes
you
that
know?
we kind of
Yeah.
like or whatever, and the smell of the product would tie in with that, and nothing really just kind of rang. And Slick Devil pomade, I don't know, Slick Devil with the logo that I had in mind. It was kind of inspired from an old 1940s football logo, and then I hand drew the rest.
Nice.
Which, by the way, so I got the camera on your product here. So the
the-
devil on the front there with the white
Pompadour, yeah.
pompadour there. That was your logo.
Yeah, I drew that up, yeah.
Oh, you drew that up
Yeah.
by hand?
Yeah.
See that
That's
I love
badass.
that, dude. That's awesome.
So
didn't
really
you
quick
didn't
with the
hire
product
somebody
here.
to come up with it. You came up with it yourself, which is great.
I did the sketch
Yeah, of course.
several times
course.
over, and the ideas of it, is it 3D, is it embossed in foil, is it this, is it that, trying to get through the nitty gritty of it, and then I send it off to like a killer graphic arts guy, and he just knocked it out.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, like I couldn't have come up with it without him to refine that to like, it just nailed it, perfection.
Well, and you know what? There's something about the whole black and silver and kind of white look. I think it always gives it like a real classy look.
I think so.
I always look for stuff like that.
We try not to pull away too much from the product. Like the main focus shouldn't be like some flashy can, right? Or
Right.
just let the product be what it is.
Simple, sometimes better.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
simplicity's
saying?
key.
Absolutely. So you brought some you got some pomade here, and then I see that there's like shampoo and body wash. You got beard oil. You got like what is that, like scented oils, like a
Roll-on body scent, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So roll-on as opposed to a spray. I wear a lot of Pendletons or random shirts that a lot of dry clean or whatever. But when I'm not wearing dirty T-shirts, right? But the last thing I want to do is spray stuff on it, and oils don't come out of material. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So you can choose where you want to put it. You still smell it. It's great.
And then we were talking, and you mentioned something about like, I didn't know this, but you told me that your product and your wife's product, right, is like in all of the big spas down in the desert. It's like you guys are deep in the desert in the Palm Springs area.
Yeah. Besides Weston Mission Hills, the big one would be La Quinta Spa and Resort. And
Love that place, man.
they're
Absolutely love that
the
place.
GM over there, Christina, spa director Christina Cabrera carries this in there, and it's thriving. They can't keep it in stock as far as retail, so that would be Modern Luxe. That's more my wife's jam. Her background is spa. She was a spa director for Viceroy Hotel Group. Also opened up the Away Spa in Puerto Rico, where I had the salon for W Hotel Group. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And
That's what this stuff makes women do, man.
I'm
Gets them
telling you,
all freaking
the penny
excited
droppers,
and
That's
shit.
it. So you were in Puerto Rico, huh?
Yeah. So they brought us over there, her as a consultant, to open up, I forget how many $1 million the spa was. Absolutely breathtaking.
Wow.
Kind of a brutal, modern architecture. The ownership was from Spain somewhere, and this was right on the island of Vieques. I mean, just breathtaking. Koi ponds,
Wow.
solid concrete slabs. everywhere, and then hardwoods, sunken floors. I forget how many
Nice.
treatment rooms. It was about 25,000 square feet, roughly.
That's the kind of stuff that we love, man. This is something that started here in the little town of Beaumont, and it was just an idea that you had, and it's like, I can make a better product than what I'm using right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put my mind to it. And then then you ended up in Puerto Rico in a multi-million-dollar freaking spa.
The key was when we were over there, they were asking us to make kind of VIP products for buyouts or for the suites, like suite houses they had on the property and stuff like this. Is like baller shit.
So if there was somebody renting or getting the
Yeah.
room for the night, they would have
They would gift
these.
these VIP bags.
Oh,
for
so
them.
it'd be straight up gift.
Yeah.
They'd have to.
Yeah, they're paying
Okay.
a premium for these.
I would
spots.
say because like I got a beard, I got a lot of beard oils, I got a lot of pomades, and usually like the oils are about $20. The pomades can go for 30, $40, maybe a little bit less, unless you buy in bulk. And I always buy in bulk because I want to get different scents and I want to try different things.
Yeah,
So I can only imagine like if they were giving this stuff away as a gift at a high-end place like that, these things would probably go for $60-$70.
so we weren't doing this at that time. That was kind of what brought this into like the inception of, right?
Yeah.
For us to go forward with our ideas of, we've tried this. Me personally, I've tried this avenue. I don't know how many times over the last so many decades, and I always hit a dead end. It was always a financial brick wall that I hit, or some other sort of obstacle that I just couldn't navigate around, and it was not realistic for like the working class guy to
Yeah.
go into product manufacturing or even private labeling for that matter. The minimums are so high. They were, we're talking like $250,000 entry.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
these guys are cocksucker salesmen. They want to up, like, oh, our minimums are this and blah, 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 blah. They reverse the thing and jam it to you, right?
That's crazy, dude.
So you can try 30 different avenues, and it's exhausting, and you can't get any honesty in the industry. It's money based. It's all
That's-
sales based, right? So I tackled it differently this time. I just went from like roots level and ground up, like to the nitty gritty. We'll find out from raw ingredients to packaging, custom packaging, manufacturing. Everything's U.S. based. Even the PE liner is made right here in New York.
I love that American made, bro. I
Yeah.
fucking love. I will spend more money on a product that is American made.
You're gonna have
I will
to
spend more
our
money.
dude. Shit. I mean, the price increase on shipping, our raw ingredients. We've held back from increasing our pricing. Probably not to our benefit, but it's very hard to like stick it to the man that's been supporting you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you want to wait and see if it's a lull or if it's gonna level out or what before you just go kicking prices up. For a
Because
pop-
inflation's been no joke,
Oh,
man.
dude,
yeah, it's no joke
ridiculous.
at all.
Everything is so expensive right now.
I'm curious, Topper. You gotta kind of educate me because, I mean, obviously you had years of experience, being a barber and stuff and working with different products. When you decided you wanted to go this route, it's like, what do? You call a chemist? You call some kind of scientist to
Yeah.
like, hey, I need you to put this shit together for me. This is kind of what I'm thinking. Like,
That's your first and foremost.
how much
And
does
then
that shit cost, dude? That's just crazy.
It's a consultant basis, unless you get a contract with somebody
Yeah.
to manufacture X amount of pieces, and they'll give you so many sample runs, and we call it the but stage. Yeah, I like it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but I was gonna say you can't do that till you have some kind of
some sort of base.
some kind of like substance in your hand. Say, hey, this is what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
yep. And there was nothing. Everything out there was shit.
Wow.
It was shit. It was garbage. I mean,
So
Wow.
you
to
had
be
it-
fair, there was a fair amount of there was only like 7 or 8 products truly that weren't a duplicate of a duplicate of a duplicate.
Yeah.
And just basically, we'll just call them private labeled or snatched, backdoored out the lab that
Okay.
was manufacturing them, and change the color and call it something else, and
Yeah.
Gotcha.
this kind of shit.
Man, the only thing I remember back in the day, because I grew up kind of gangster, right?
Oh shit.
Right? You had
Three
Tres
Flowers.
Flores,
Yep.
Three Flowers, and Jockey Club.
Yep.
That was it. That was it.
My only go-to. So my hair is a lot more manageable, we'll say, now that I'm going to be in my 50s here. But
Oh,
when I
shit.
was younger, I couldn't get a comb through it. Like a Denman brush, it would like bend the bristles in the brush, man. So I could put like, I don't know what it was, Shaniqua or some crazy. I would go to the black section, like hair product section.
Right.
It's like Afro, all the crazy products and the super heavy gels and stuff, protein gels and stuff
Just to
like
get
this.
it to lay right.
Yeah, it was just like nuts, man. And like that was always a bummer to me. Like shit, I wish there was something stronger. Like gel, just regular gel. Dep was like a joke. Like come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'd be dandruffing all over the place, you know.
Aquanet, we're flake everywhere.
Oh
Just
yeah,
a
yeah.
spray
The
and
days
shit.
of I use the hell out of that stuff. Hairspray, styling spray.
Oh yeah.
We
for
actually
sure.
periodically we make a styling spray, a sea salt styling spray that I use behind the chair on clients. It creates a texture like a matte finish texture, not so smooth, and it gives it a bit of volume, and it works great. I use it on guys too. It'll build
Nice.
volume if they don't want a shit ton of product in their hair. Like I'm the extreme version. I like wad this shit up with like smear it on, dude. And
Yeah.
I don't want it going anywhere. I want to be able to bang my head on
Yeah.
the chop car door and get out, and every hair number 943 is in place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? When he first walked up, I immediately had this kind of thing of Stray Cats. Like you have that look about you, dude. You know the Stray
man,
Cats.
I wish I had that guy. He's got a huge
Oh,
head of
dude.
hair.
Well, no, I'm just saying as far as like dress and stuff too. I'm like, yep, that guy is definitely
Like
in
Greaser
yeah,
Hot Rod.
yeah, totally, dude. Stray Cats, great band by the way. Just saying.
generic car guy gear, basically.
Car
Like
guy
your,
gear, that's it.
Gearhead starter pack, basically. It's like disposable Levi's,
Totally,
Vans, work boots, and a T-shirt. You know?
There you go.
totally.
And you are into cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
1000%.
Oh yeah.
So
what's
that's-
your favorite?
Oh, so you know,
What's
because
your pride
tanks
and
into
joy?
cars, dude. So
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. You got to narrow that down.
What's the most favorite car you've owned?
Whoa.
it's like all of them.
I had a Kelsey Martin built chopped in section 1956 Merc.
Wow.
So this thing was built in the early 80s and was an
Oh,
indoor show
man.
car for decades. And I chased that car for so long. I got my hands on it and I drove it as a daily from, by that time, Beaumont to Palm Springs. And then from Palm Springs to Orange County, sometimes to West Hollywood,
Oh
back to
shit.
Beaumont. Like
so
a
you were
Honda.
driving.
That's what you.
a-
That's why I then. Stray Cats, bro.
Yep.
Couldn't help it, dude.
Like an average of 110 miles a day on that thing.
Yep.
on a chop in a chop.
Chopped in section 56 Merc.
Oh man.
So I got a soft spot for another one I'm working on right now. It's probably not going to see the light of day for a while. It's like a very Art Deco 1936 Pontiac
Nice.
3-window coupe with a 2.5-inch chop. It's like super cool, traditional custom type thing. But like I say, it's like top secret.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's
See,
badass.
I was never into cars, man. Just bikes.
Yeah,
Well,
I love
I
bikes.
got rid of all
I'm
my
just
lowriders.
clumsy, man. I love bikes. I just can't ride them. I can't. I'll trip over my own feet. So
that would not be good.
not doing anybody any favors.
Yeah.
There you go.
So let me ask you. I see, like I said, you have a nice little display here. So you have. Are those two oils both the same? Or are they different scents?
So those are two different scents. My wife's got the nose, so we've got the tobacco vanilla, and we tried something a little different.
I gotta smell it.
The other is a tobacco amber. We had a really good response, I guess, from kind of the guys that would have the wives
Uh-huh,
that
that
were
smells nice.
scent junkies, right? Candle.
Oh, dude, I like it's a little ball.
Yeah, it's a roller.
Yeah. Roll
Oh
on.
no!
That's
shit,
So
just
we
dude.
played
That's
around.
the tobacco vanilla.
We played around with the tobacco amber, and it got a really good response. So
Nice.
we just
See,
kept it.
I can tell you already, having the little roller on, that's the first time I've ever seen that. And I've used a
Oh, yeah.
lot of beard products, bro.
And like you said, it avoids spraying it on your shirt, your Pendletons, your Dixon. We wear all that stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
last
So
thing you
don't
want
have
to do is
worry
put an
about-
oil-based product on a wool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Dude,
that makes perfect
smells
sense.
Nice,
You can't
dude.
wash it. It's got to be dry clean only, and I mean they're not going to get oil out of that thing.
Yeah.
That smells nice.
So the beard oil is the tobacco vanilla.
and some people don't know, and I'll explain it real quick. There is a process, like I see you have a shampoo too, right?
Yeah.
So-
Shampoo, body wash.
Yeah. So typically you're gonna do the shampoo first when you're in the morning, and then you use the oil to kind of like detangle stuff almost, right, and kind of slick it down a little bit, and then the pomade.
Everybody's
mean-
got their own regimen. I don't know. As far as strictly hair speaking, or
Well,
Like
here I
talking
am.
beard.
I'm talking beard. So I'm talking beard. He's talking hair.
I
So
would like-
different stuff.
it's a weird. The hygiene thing with a beard is you'd be amazed how many people don't understand that they've got to get in and like exfoliate their skin. You got dead
Totally.
skin cells. You know what I mean? They got landmines. These dudes under their beard because they
I
don't-
know, dude. It's so
yeah,
funny,
they don't
bro.
exfoliate, so they just whatever.
Yeah.
So like the best thing you could do is a boar bristle.
I call
boar
those
bristle
guys
brush.
beginners. Beginners.
Yeah,
okay? So.
like a natural boar bristle brush will exfoliate
Okay.
and close a cuticle of your beard hair.
So this and I'll see. You can see the Slick Devil pomade.
Mhm.
This is for hair, not beards.
Yeah,
Okay, so this particular one is
that's
Is
strictly for hair. Yeah,
for hair, but the oil that I just used is for beards, though, right?
those are roll-on body scents.
Really?
Now the bottle next to it is the beard oil. It wouldn't hurt you to use a roll-on scent for your beard, but you'll get more
one right here?
benefit
Yeah,
out
that's
of.
the beard oil.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's the beard oil. Although I like that roll on, I'd use that roll on for the beard, freaking no problem.
same exact scent.
Oh, this is the same.
Yeah, tobacco vanilla.
Oh,
That was a
nice,
tough one
dude.
to come up with. We had two different versions of it. The first one, nobody could pick off that it was tobacco vanilla. They loved the scent, but
They could.
you couldn't tell them what the scent was.
Whoops.
So we just called it a fresh scent in the very beginning because you're gonna get
JT
the
dropping stuff over
yeah.
here.
Just go and
So
throw
let's just
things.
go throw.
Hey!
Let's just go throw product around.
It, never mind. I fucked up. I done fucked up.
What
Okay.
had happened? What had happened was,
what had happened was. So they couldn't pick up the fact that it was actually a vanilla scent.
unless you told them. But I thought that was kind of cool because if you put a name to something, you got a preconceived notion of what that might be. Much like we were talking about with the scents in your palate and your
Right.
your receptors and your perception of all these things.
Yeah, like when we were talking about the tequila, and I said he told me that there
Correct.
was going to be a cheese smell and taste to it. As soon as he said that, that's what I tasted.
Had he not said that, you may or may not have picked it off, depending on your library, right?
Right.
But this one, it was nobody could pick it off. There's it's a great fresh scent, and we had a bunch of reviews. I mean, way back, I don't know, 2012, something like that. And they were all calling it a fresh scent. So eventually, we had to put a name to it. Like it's actually tobacco vanilla. And they're like, oh, I don't get that, or I do get that. And then
It smells delicious.
I'm a
That's all
fan
I
of it.
know.
Like that's one of the things. So the weird thing is, I had to come up with a scent. The wife and I actually came up with these scents like by ourselves, and it's something that we both worked in that industry. And scent it plays a big role if you're behind the chair or a user on the user
Oh, 100%.
on the technician side of something. I don't care what industry you're in. If you're using something on a repetitive basis, if you're overly exposed, your receptors get plugged. At one point, it'll become like you're so sick of smelling it that it's just like, ugh.
Makes you dizzy.
Yeah, you're over.
You
it.
know, get a headache from it. But there's nothing better than the experience of Gordon sitting in the chair, getting cleaned up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I had hair, getting lined up, right, getting everything
I know that
done
was a
up.
long
Now
time
the-
ago.
yeah. Now getting the
Galaxy
beard
far, far away, bro.
But there's nothing better, bro, than getting your beard cleaned up, lined up, straight razored, hot towel, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
walk out
dude.
of there and just smelling fresh and clean.
It'll elevate you,
Yep.
man.
Heck yeah,
It really does.
it's an experience.
It makes you feel good too. And
I'm
then you're like,
telling
you
you.
know what? You smell
The
good.
rest of your day is going to be awesome,
That's
Yep.
it.
right?
Women go get their nails done and do all that good stuff. We go get our beard and our hair done.
Yep.
We go to the barber shop and we get
Well-
to talk some shit when you're hanging out with the barber, and that's a whole experience too.
See the fat
you know?
session. Yeah.
You know
Ketchup,
what,
The
though?
chismoso.
The cheese muscle, you
Yeah.
get all the 411.
Totally. Dude, I have this thing, bro. And you know what? I shave my head twice a week because I don't like stubble. I like it to be as smooth as a baby's butt. And you're as bald as me, so you probably know what I'm talking about, right? So it's like I find myself I have to shave on Tuesdays and then Fridays because I want my shit looking tight, right? Because when you have a receding hairline that's like way back here, bro.
Right.
The minute it starts growing stubble, it's noticeable. So
if mine
I
grows
love
out, I
shaving
look like
twice
Danny
a week.
DeVito.
I got a stupid question. So, do you guys use a certain
I use a razor.
tool?
Five blade
a little
razor.
finger
Nope.
clip thing, or
So
like
check this
Yeah.
out. I got a
Oh,
I got a war story real
bald
quick.
guys, I've never talked to you about this. I'm
ready for this?
curious. Let's hear it.
Some
So-
guys use like the electric, like the three-headed thing every single morning.
I don't because it doesn't get you the baby bald. There's
Exactly.
always a little bit of stubble, dude. I'm like, fuck.
So I switched to using Harry's razors. Have you heard of Harry's razors? Like
I
you
have.
get- Right. So I switched to that.
Is that the dollar? Is
No,
it
it's
like
not the dollar. It's
razors
a
or
different. It's
something?
similar to that, but a different company.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I started using their 5 blade.
How do you like that?
I love it, but I had a little incident that happened on Friday.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Is that how you got the thing on your
Yeah.
head?
Yeah. So I'm going to show you that right
I
now.
wasn't gonna ask.
Yeah. So I was hauling ass.
You look like an AIDS patient, bro.
Actually, I
Sorry.
take it back. It was Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I'm hauling ass. My lady's coming to pick me up. We're getting ready to head out to Palm Springs. We're going to go to the La Quinta Resort we were
Yep.
just talking about, right? So I'm like, I need to shave my head. And I'm kind of hitting it quick. And I don't know what happened, but I caught it,
Oh,
took out a chunk.
Damn, that's a big one,
Yeah.
too, dude.
Bad.
That's a big one.
Bad. So it was one of those where I felt it. I couldn't believe that I did it. I'm looking in the mirror going, wait a minute.
and then the burn kicks
Oh,
in.
and then the
Yeah.
burn kicked
Oh,
in and the
fuck.
bleeding started. And I was like, oh my God. Right? And then I shaved my head before I take a shower.
Right.
So now I had to take a shower. Right? And I'm washing my head and putting product on my head and rinsing it off. And it's just burning, man. Hurting. And I'm like, well, this is going to suck. So the lady picks me up and she's like, what happened to your head? I'm like, well, we're just going to say I got in a fight or something because saying I cut my head shaving sounds kind of weird, but I literally cut my head shaving.
No,
I
I've
took
actually
a big old chunk out.
I've done it before too, but I always notice it's like I use straight motions back and up, right? But sometimes you get distracted and you'll be shaving the side of your head and then you go sideways. And
Boom.
that's when you
Done.
boop,
Got the
nick
side
it.
slice.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yeah, I was-
definitely, dude. I'm like, fuck.
I was coming forward just like this, and it took out a chunk.
Oh,
It got me good.
I was just curious about the electric razor thing. I think you would get a better shave, obviously, with a blade
Right.
because it's going to exfoliate and you want to remove certain amount of
Yeah.
skin cells every single day. You're gonna-
See, if I
Yeah.
had hair, a full head of hair, I wouldn't mind using one of those razors because it would all look even.
Yeah.
But if I use an electric razor,
It just
it'll
doesn't-
bring this
it-
down
it
pretty
just
far
doesn't
down.
work,
But you
dude.
could still see the difference between like
You
where my head is
totally
bald
can, bro.
compared to where I just shaved. But with a razor, when you take it, to the skin,
clean.
it cleans it all up
It
and it makes it
drives
look a
me
little more even.
nuts, and that's why I always ask because I know like you have to get certified to use a straight razor
Yeah.
because I mean it's dangerous, bro.
It is.
I mean it's very sharp.
Well, you're dealing with bloodborne pathogens, and
Yeah. Yeah, it's no
and
joke.
who's your market? Like, who are you shaving? You know what
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
don't know.
totally.
You don't know who's coming in. You don't know
I mean?
who's
It's wild.
Totally, dude.
You don't know these days, man.
Yeah. So I tried to
Yeah.
eliminate half the stress of that and only take a certain clientele of like, here's what I focus on. Here's what I'm proficient in. Here's what I can generate X amount of money doing,
Gotcha.
and focus on that. Eyes on the prize. You know what
Perfect.
I mean?
Yep. Makes perfect sense.
So, with that being said, where you're at now, okay, so you have a couple of scents. You have a beard spray. You have a shampoo. I see you have a couple combs on there. And just so you know, I'm going to end up acquiring one before you leave.
I hope so.
I need one for when I'm on the bike and I could, put it in my cut and, because I get to a location, my beard's like all over
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking place, dude. And then you have a hair product,
And then you have-
pomade.
You said
right?
your wife's got the
the candles,
spa,
which by the way, we
stuff.
got a kick-ass candle
candles.
here that we're using. This
Oh,
modern
she,
look.
she makes some absolutely incredible fucking candles. These things are mind blowing. The
It
scent. She's a
smells
scent nerd.
delicious.
And then
Like-
you told me something about it being like the type of glass that you use is
She's-
specific, right?
So her and I are we're like mid-century modern nerds as far as furniture, glass, tchotchke, call it whatever, kitchen, like all this kind of shit. And we end up with all this stuff. You know what I mean? We got big hearts for these things, and we have big ideas, and we end up with this just hoard collection of shit. So now we actually do vintage glass rental for a lot of the Palm Springs proper hotels.
Nice.
Really?
Local. Yeah. So we just did one this past weekend. So they'll rent like a few hundred glasses, 100, 200 glasses, something like this. Different colors. We have a huge collection of Viking, Fenton, Ellie Smith, like all this cool colored.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
So we ended up with a lot of this stuff, and very strong pieces too, like very cool collectible pieces from Murano and stuff like this. What do you do with all this shit? And I mean, you got to pay it forward at some point. You don't want to be a hoarder, right?
Right.
So we took her spa candles. Actually, she took her spa candles and that she was already making, like incredible scents, and incorporated them into kind of reclaimed vintage pieces that are kind of collectible pieces. And then they come with instructions after you burn the candle, how to
Nice.
clean it out, to reuse it in your own collection of whatever. Or
Nice.
Wow.
you have the option. I mean, if you have a big enough collection of her stuff, you can send them in batches and they get refilled.
Wow.
Type thing. Almost like a membership type,
Yeah, that's
PMA
cool.
type deal, right?
That's cool. Do you guys deal with any of that? What's that green glass that glows under ultraviolet? You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like
Yeah, I do.
what's it called? It's like
We have a lot of it. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I can't think
I
of the
can't
name
think
right
of the name of it right now. I don't know why.
I want to say plutonium, but it's not plutonium. But it's
No.
like
Yeah.
radioactive. It's got like a radioactive property in it that makes it glow under UV light, right?
Yeah, everybody thinks this stuff is so crazy. They're like, "Oh, it's so rare." It's not rare. It's everywhere. They make it in red, green, yellow.
Really?
Oh yeah, we have like they call it amberina. It'll go from like almost clear to yellow to this red.
Wow.
Just cool.
I'm looking it up
She's
real
got
quick.
some rad pieces, man.
I'm gonna look it up.
Modern Lux or Lux Vintage Glass.
So let
Lux
me
Vintage
ask you.
Candles, and you'll see all that stuff on Instagram. She's got a really good page that just
Yeah.
gives you a really good idea.
Which,
of
by the
what-
way,
Uranium glass.
Uranium glass, that's
Since
it.
we're on social media stuff, I want to throw it out to the viewers. Blast your wife's page, your page, and where people can, pick up some of your product. Or is it an online thing they can just get it directly from you?
Well, I prefer they do that. We have shops that intermittently stock, but it's like depending if I've been able to keep up with like babysitting the call and
Yeah.
Right.
these guys get busy. It doesn't occur to them until they're out of product. So it's
Right.
I don't
Freaking
refer,
hate when that happens.
yeah,
dude.
I don't refer anybody and go, "Oh, you can get it over here," because they might not have it this week or next week or
Got
for
it.
2 months.
The
So you
good
can
thing
order
about
it
that
right
is
online and have it shipped to you.
Slickdevil.com.
Slickdevil.com. There
Yep.
you go.
Say it again.
We ship free. Slickdevil.com.
Okay, gotcha. That's what there's kind of I don't know, I want to say like a pro and con, because if you refer somebody to a shop that sells it and they're sold out, it's like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
stuff is good. But then, they can't buy your stuff.
Well,
So I like that's
we
why you
try
can
to.
buy it directly.
I love supporting guys that carry the stuff. It's far and few to find a shop that's reputable enough to. Every time I try that, it bites me in the ass. So I let them do the marketing, advertise whatever they have, and that's fine. I used to repost them all the time, and I was getting kind of kickback from customers that were pissed off that they went over looking
Got it.
for a product and it wasn't there. Like it's
or
something to do with me, right?
or would it be like one of those scenarios where they maybe mark up the product too much and then they're not selling any? It's like, come on, dude.
For the most part,
I
we've had a
mean-
really good thing with that. We actually had the other. So we found that they would underprice it to be almost like a competitive set to shitty ass products that they had on the shelf.
Oh,
that
yeah, I
every
see.
shop down the street had, which
Gotcha.
and you try to teach them that's not. We have MAP pricing.
It's not
Like,
the same.
Yeah, with minimum average pricing for a reason. That's why you sign the contract for MAP pricing.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a reason for that pricing. It's
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
And again,
And
you're
it's-
buying here in America, so you're gonna pay more.
Right.
That's just how it is.
You can't price what we
Right.
do can't be held equal to what a $72 million a year company's doing.
Oh yeah,
They
totally.
can give away expired free product all they want.
Yeah.
I can't
Not-
afford to do that.
Yeah, totally.
Not only that though, but it's like, okay, we talk about spirits here, right? So you go into the store, and who the hell's gonna buy the $9 tequila,
Fuck
Nobody.
no, dude.
right? So when you price something low, you're almost saying the price is so low because of the quality of the product.
It's an implied value.
Right,
Right.
right. So no, you automatically assume that the tequila that costs $100 a bottle is going to be way better than the $9 bottle of tequila, right? Same thing with the product. If your product is priced accordingly,
Yeah.
you're pricing it based on the quality of your product. You're paying for what you get,
Right. If
right?
you're satisfied with it, then it's got the value for
Absolutely,
Right.
100%.
So
That makes sense to me.
I
That
think
makes total
booze,
sense.
Whiskey, all this stuff goes the same way. It's
Yep.
I don't know. There's random stuff I've come across. You guys drink a lot of random whiskeys, right?
We do.
Yes.
Have you ever tasted Rebel Yell?
Like
Rebel
Billy
Yell.
Idol? Rebel
Yeah,
Yell?
almost like Billy Idol song, right?
No, we have not.
No.
She doesn't want more and more and more.
You know what? Hey, you know
But
what?
that sounds like a bottle we're gonna have to
Next
get on the
week,
show.
we're going to have to go
Rebel
buy this
Yell.
bitch.
I'm not going into that one. I don't know those people, but I tried it and I like the hell out of it.
So Rebel Yell.
I found it at Trader Joe's, which I love that place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they no longer have it. But I noticed that they've got a
Well,
pattern.
we'll find it.
Yeah, we're
Those
going to have to
guys-
find Rebel Yell, dude. That if he's recommending it, it's
I'm telling you,
we got
it's-
to
you
do
gotta
it.
check it out.
Copy
The other is Corbin Cash. They've got rye. So their main thing is sweet potato vodka. Central California.
Corbin Cash.
Yep. Incredible product. They've got barrel aged rye. I mean, you got to go check this stuff out. It'll blow your mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now we got 2 bottles we're gonna have to get.
Yes,
Sweet
agreed.
potato vodka, sweet potato liqueur, which is
Really?
good. Yeah. I mean, you got to look. You got to get the whole spread. You'll check this stuff out. It'll blow your mind.
Badass.
Yeah. Good value.
Badass.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like a 2-hour-long conversation.
Well,
some great products.
anytime that, Frank and I are drinking whiskey,
Shit's getting frisky.
yeah,
bro.
dude, we
That's how this all came about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We start talking about
drinking,
nonsense.
We start talking about biker shit. We start talking about nonsense, and that's why this is called spirits, biker shit, and
Oh,
nonsense.
man.
Who's got the
That's
bigger
what we're
front
talking
wheel?
about. Yeah.
I'd be like, that's Tank.
Here you go.
They get the bigger front wheel.
So good times.
Hey,
Whoa.
it's good.
My brother, any shout outs you want to put out there? Any information you want to put out? Any companies you want to shout out?
You know what? First and foremost would be my wife. She's like the inspiration and the strength behind me even considering doing something that I cared so passionately about, and gave me like the moral support and also an inside knowledge from the industry and that extra push to like go for what you want to do.
Right.
Dude, you're totally getting laid when your wife sees this, bro. I'm just like,
Do the penny dropper?
oh shit, the panty dropper. Don't make me pull it.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, I gotta,
Boom.
I gotta pull it up.
That wasn't even.
There it is.
Baby Jesus. That wasn't even scripted. modernlux.com. If you look up the social media from all of her stuff, she's like the most creative, incredible person, man. The glass, the candles, the spa products. She's the backbone behind our business.
That's awesome,
You know what I
dude.
mean? And we get to do this together. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Dude, I actually enjoy hearing that because
It's
it's
cool,
like,
man.
so many people out there today, they just like, they're in relationships or marriages and they fucking hate each other. The fact that you guys work together, you live together, you guys are just like
Who's
on
got
the same
time to fuck
page.
around like that?
Yeah.
It's
Life's
awesome.
short, bro.
Hey, you're right.
Life is
That's
short.
no joke.
Yep.
Life is short, and you know what? If you can do something with your significant other that brings you joy, you're technically never worked a day in your life, right?
Yep.
If you do something you
Oh,
love
totally.
as work, it's not really work.
Yep.
So that's awesome.
If it wasn't like that, I wouldn't have got married. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like she understands the animal I am.
Yeah.
Hop in the hot rod and disappear.
That's
and go
it.
do my thing, have a good time,
That's
and not be
fucking
punished
awesome,
for doing
dude.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she
That's
enjoys it.
awesome.
I'm enjoying myself, and I respect her at the same time. And we enjoy our business and being able to explore different creativity in the industry and just have a good time with it.
Awesome.
She sounds like a good human.
She's cool.
That's
She's
good,
cool.
dude. Very cool,
Well,
man.
Topper House, Slick Devil Products, slickdevil.com, and his wife's company, Modern Lux. Look them up, check them out. Absolutely worth it. And thank you so much for coming on the show
Hey,
and
Thank you, brother.
and talking to us and sharing your story
Yeah,
and
for
everything
sure.
that you have to do with your company. And it's a amazing product.
Let's
Thank
do
you,
another
guys.
drink. Another drink to
To your
your business. I hope it thrives and fucking keeps pushing forward, brother.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. Hey, we're gonna have you back on again in the future, bro. Seriously.
Absolutely.
I hope so.
This is a good time, dude.
I just like to
And,
be a wallflower in here and watch like the shit talking.
oh
Yeah.
shit, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that, bro. And we're still working it out, but hey, we'll do it again soon, brother. Hey, thanks a lot, man. And thank you all for tuning in to listen to our dumbasses. We're having a good
Spirit
time.
Biker shit and nonsense.
Take care,
See you
people.
next time.
Peace out.
Peace.